Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Friends and friends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Start the morning.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the morning coffee in the show. Meaning lots of words.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh man, it's been a rough week for all of us today. More this week. Oh man, so glad it's a weekend. Now you can take the day off and just relax and chill. Keep Hillbilly in your thoughts. Same with Lone Wolf. There's just lots of stuff in the background that I can't get into that's going on. And, you know, if they want to talk about it, they will talk about it on their own time. But, man, thoughts and prayers, everybody.
For sure.
Thanks, Tortoise.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh. So, how are you guys doing this morning?
Doing good. Sorry. Wait.
I had a better morning. Slept in the chair last night. Stayed up as late as I could, and eventually fell asleep in my chair.
Shimnichi, hello. Every time Dread Return pops up, I'm like, oh, we got a new viewer. Nope, it's always Michael Mad Saxon Tibalt.
I don't understand why that shows up that way now. Like before it was always Tibalts Apprentice, and that's where it showed up and stuff. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. It's just like this thing up here. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not sure how that actually appears on camera. Right. When I had it, I did a live stream for the first time. Well, first time in a long time yesterday, just as a test. The thing was completely reversed. Mm-hmm. But I reversed it again in the image. And now it looks like it's not legible again. So I don't know.
No, it looks right now.
Does it look right?
Yeah, it says Pain Lab.
Okay. All right. Because I'm looking at it and it's backwards to me. But you know what? I'm dyslexic, so that kind of makes sense. But
right. I deal with a little bit of that myself. Shiminucci says, I'm at work, so meh. That's the sound my bird used to make.
Hopefully it's Friday for you, so you won't be there too long. Or you got something to look forward to. Hey, there's Mrs. Hillbilly.
This is Hillbilly. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Making pancakes. Good morning. Good morning. Make pancakes. I don't know where pancakes came in there, but it was sounded funny.
Yes.
So, man, I'm not used to this new computer that I got. I'm used to my laptops. Like yesterday, I made a video, and it was a pretty good video. Oh, my Lord. If I could talk wonders about this new computer, it did really good with the cameras, like 4K quality and everything. It looked beautiful.
Wow.
But the most impressive part is when I actually rendered the video into an MP4 format, I got no blemishes like you see in the title screen when we play the title video of this show.
Yep.
Nice.
So I need to work on season 4's video. I need to get Hillbilly to get invested in that. Probably a little Lone Wolf since he's here most of the time. Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah.
Right equipment makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, when everything looks crystal clear, holy cow! Like even the uploaded perfectly. Like I guess my computer has like a swelled battery. The laptop.
Oh. Yeah,
like it's had it for like a couple years now, and luckily it never got destroyed, so it kept the show going on. But I think the power went up and down and up and down, and when the blemishes came up, that's when the power was toggling around.
Fluctuating, yeah, we gotcha.
Hey, had a great deck tech yesterday. Tibalt could have been there, but
So I did. I also checked in. I checked in on Hillbilly. I also checked in on you doing Pantlaza there for a minute. I poked around there, and then I saw what you're doing, and I got disgusted and left. So
You got disgusted and left. I need more board wipes in the deck. Well, I want one more board wipe in the deck, and Hillbilly has it in his collection.
Just sitting there doing nothing.
Just sitting there doing nothing. I got 2.5 board wipes in the deck.
All you need.
No, that's light by about 8.
You're missing.
Hillbilly has a Jurassic Park card that I want called Get Lost. Or not Get Lost. Don't Move. And it destroys all tapped creatures. Then if a creature till your next turn becomes tapped, you destroy it.
Oh, wow.
So it's protection for 2 turns. Board wipe and protection next turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. What was that from?
It's a Jurassic Park card from Ixalan. It literally has like Alan Grant facing the T-Rex scene from the first film.
So was that like Caverns of Ixalan then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I just got a box of that. I think maybe I need to open that.
Shinichi, have a good break. Have a good day at work.
Yeah, have a great day.
See you later. Anyways, Lone Wolf, you were saying before I interrupted you.
I was gonna say you're missing land destruction in the deck.
Right? Look, this deck, honestly, this deck doesn't have any recursion in it. So if Hillbilly played Mothman against it, I'd probably be totally screwed.
Oh, yikes.
But this deck was built for fun. And the whole video, man, that whole video was filmed on OBS. If I didn't know if you guys caught on to that.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go from scene to scene. I learned how to pop up cards like Pikachu does on his stream. The cards that were in the video that were on the left of the stream were all live internet feed pictures of the card. So I cut out the searching of it, so you just popped up the cards in the edit, and it turned out really amazing.
Nice.
You
did that with OBS, you said. You can't do that with StreamYard? Or you can?
Well, some of the stuff I do on OBS, you cannot do on StreamYard. Like for instance, right here, I cannot pop a card right there on StreamYard.
Right, I gotcha.
Oh no, Hillbilly has an evil idea.
Mm-hmm.
That's from the wife. Holy cow.
Yeah. She's
My
telling
better
us the secrets.
Yeah, he's my better half. She knows my secrets. Unfortunately.
Yeah. So in this week, Michael, I don't know if you don't mind me being called Michael.
Sure.
All right. It's just because it's the first word in your name that my brain keeps referring to Michael.
That's fine.
Right. But you went live this week.
I went live, and the spur of the moment, inspired by all the stuff that I see you do, I thought I could do that. Not that I'm trying to do a morning show, but
right.
I thought let me see what this is like and how StreamYard works. I'll be honest.
Showed up.
Somebody showed up. Cosmic Seed showed up, yeah, and somebody else was creeping on us too, which I appreciated. Mm-hmm. So anyhow, yeah, it was nice. It was good. It was, like I said, it was supposed to be a 5-minute, just a 5-minute quick video test. Mm-hmm. Turned into like a 15-minute conversation and meandering discussion.
Oh yeah, and it was a good one. I think you have something going on there. Like one thing I tried and I enjoyed, if you have a deck on like Architect or something, just walk through a deck live one time and get people's opinions. Because some people ask you about cards you don't know about, or maybe you just don't have.
Yep.
It's always fun to try something different. Like for example, Hillbilly is looking to get a Sensei's Divine Top for his deck. He wants to take one out of a deck, but he doesn't at the same time because it works in that deck. And I'm like, you know what? First things first, check Tibalts store, see if he has one.
Sure.
And he did. He checked it. Sadly, you're low on Sensei's Divine Tops, but different thing is get your mindset. Support your friends if you can.
For sure, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It means a lot. Just like I say, just having one person to interact with on there sparked an entire conversation that went on to be, well, I left it up, so I guess it's going to be evergreen content. It'll be there for a while anyhow. So, yeah, definitely was very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely need to know the Sensei's Divining Top.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's trying to get a good deal on it. He probably get one cheaper on TCGplayer. And I told him, because, to be honest with you, with everybody, I don't like shopping bulk on TCGplayer. But if I'm buying a single, probably buying from TCGplayer is a good idea because you're not paying loads of shipping on one card.
Right.
So yeah. Hey, Tibalt, you excited about the new TMT set coming out?
And I think the thing that makes me happiest about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming out is this guy's going to get some turtle cards.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Talking about Sensei's Divining Top, you got Sensei's and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Maybe Sensei's Divining Top might get a reprint again.
Because Splinter is a Sensei. So that'd be cool if we got it a Turtles reprint. I'm so excited for the set. I want that 5-color deck. There's sounds of it. There's going to be a couple other decks, but I want the 5-color deck. Mm-hmm. It looks like a counters deck, which is in my theme, with some tokens, with mutagen tokens. Can't wait for the spoiler of it. Oh my lord, because I already got product line because I can't be. I have to be picky and choosy, but I want a play booster box to open up on the channel. I want the pizza box to get those pizza lands, and all the cool cards that come with it. Then I want the commander deck, which 3 items is $400.
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's middle ground with and without tax. It's just an estimated rounded number.
Yeah. But you got to start saving now.
That's right. Save now. But man, I'm so excited for Turtles. I got Jurassic Park deck. I got Transformer cards I need to put in a deck, but it's hard to do with Transformers because they did a bad job with Transformers. Now you got some cool Transformers in the set, but they don't synergize with each other much at all.
Yeah.
Well,
go ahead.
Okay, as I said really quick, you might be being able to lean in that direction as more things come out, as more Star Trek comes out, and as more Edge of Eternities. Mm-hmm. You could shift into a more themed deck that has robots and stuff like that. So
right, ouch, hurting the pocket. That's right. Well, I'm thinking if I do the Turtles deck, I could probably put Optimus Prime in the deck since he actually works with counters. To have a random Transformer in the deck could work,
Yeah.
Based on what it is, I could probably have Transformers and Turtles in the same deck.
One issue I had with Transformers. Don't get me wrong, I like the Transformers myself. But
Right.
There was an issue with Transformers. They did not print commander decks for Transformers, right?
Well, it wasn't a set either. They were like Jurassic Park, where there were cards in the set, not a set of cards.
That's the next point I was getting ready to bring up. They did not print enough. I mean, no really synergy within the set.
At the rate they're printing Universes Beyond, they may swing back around to pick that IP up later on. Is from everything that we're reading and hearing these days. At least that's my gut feeling.
Right.
Good possibility.
But it'd be interesting to see what happens. Apparently Turtles is gonna be a small set, so I wonder what kind of upgrades are gonna be in the base set compared to the commander decks. Because that's what they normally do. They make a decent commander deck, but they put upgrade cards in the set, so you want to buy packs.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it's Turtles is gonna be 190-ish card set, which is small. I mean, you buy 2 play booster boxes, you probably can get the whole set of cards.
Didn't you say going forward, the majority of the sets are going to be 190?
Hillbilly was saying that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from, I believe it was the Magic Channel on the YouTube Magic Channel.
Mm-hmm.
The Wizards. They got their own own Twitch channel and their own YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I heard it from.
That's right.
They are experimenting with the sets by lowering the amount of cards in the sets because they're flood standard, and they don't want to flood standard anymore.
Oh yeah.
Well,
lowering the sets and raising the price. That sounds about right. That sounds like Wizards.
Yeah.
Right. But thinking about Ninja Turtles, though.
Subscribe to show people we are having a party.
but
Smooth segue.
my honest opinion is what they should have done is just left the sets alone and just quit dropping so much. That would have stopped the flood.
Well, like they're trying to do their job lazier when they're dropping the set cards down. I mean, look at Ninja Turtles. Their IP is so massive, not just with the turtles, but with all the villains and anti-heroes that are in the set, like the different mutants. I mean, they had a toy line proving there's a lot of characters to have for the turtles. A plethora of turtles that they could have been malleable to add these in and have different characters, because turtles are not just the main part of the lore, so are the mutants. I mean, look, you had the Battletoads before there were Battletoads in the show. You know, you have a lot of the Triceratons creatures, the Triceratop creatures. I can't think of their names. You know, you have different creatures like Krang. I can't remember their name. But you know, like Krang, little brain people and stuff all around. You know, then you got different story arcs like the mutagen that I talked about. They got portals to different places, and they have so many characters. Like just like I said, so many characters that can flesh out this world of collecting and these characters in the show. It's like
I'll bet there's going to be another clone card in the set too.
Right? Or a cool robot.
Yep.
A couple cool robots. But you get Bebop Rocksteady. I wonder if we'll get a Toka Razor, because they were actually in the original show and later in the years also included in the comic books too. There's actually a comic where Toka Razor meet Bebop and Rocksteady.
Cool.
Yeah.
But as far as since you brought Bebop and Rocksteady up, I liked that card already because they done spoiled Bebop and Rocksteady. Very powerful card.
Oh yeah, very
especially for reanimate.
Oh, it's so good. Good for reanimation. Good for attacking. You can't. I don't know if you can attack if you have no cards or other creatures on the battlefield, though. So if you have no cards in hand, there's no other creatures on the battlefield. I think you're stuck with a creature that can't attack.
I don't know.
I
don't know. I think you can. Think you can, but I could be wrong on that.
Right.
I know it's a 7/5 creature.
It is a 7/5. It's a big old creature for 3 mana.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. I mean, look, I'm just saying, it sounds like Wizards of the Coast getting lazy with their IPs here.
So, excuse me. I think there's two things with that. I think making the set smaller means the design team won't have to work as hard to do keywords and innovate. So maybe it'll make it easier for them. The other thing that definitely listening to Chris Cox's phone call recently, it's all about whatever. We know this. It's about money and so on and so forth. They see no problems with the Universes Beyond, regardless of what the fan base thinks. But my point is, just because we maybe don't get everything we want in this first turtle set, doesn't mean that we won't get it in the second and the third turtle set, because I think they're probably going to start returning to some of these IPs, the most successful IPs, again later on down the road. Well, just like we have returned to Ravnica multiple times. I could see, well, they're going back to the world of the Hobbit. They're going back to Tolkien's world with the Hobbit. I could see that they will later on probably restart revisiting some of these IPs, the most successful ones for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I believe.
Well, we know they may not go back to Spider-Man.
They may not go back to Spider-Man. No, But it'll be interesting to see how they flesh out the Heroes set in the Superheroes one that comes out. This is the Marvel one. And I'm sure if it's successful, they'll milk it for all it's worth.
Yep.
Right. Oh,
And
yeah.
Who knows? Once that Marvel set comes out, Spider-Man might pick up some traction.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
I guess
like Marvel comes
um,
out and they'll be like, cards in Spider-Man you were sleeping on, you know.
Yep.
You know. Well, like Spider-Man should have done well, but there's just nothing. There's just nothing in the set that really supports itself. There are cards. I mean, look at this. I went through the set. They have cards that care about being modified with enchantments, counters, and stuff. There's not a lot of support that even supports that. There's not a lot of artifact equipment. There's not a lot of equipments. There's not a lot of auras in the set. So if you're drafting it, that might be harsh. You
Yeah.
know, it's like they thought of standard as something that's already out, but they didn't think about the set needing support. Like when you draft a card, you want signpost cards. Like if you get a card that's modified in your pool, you expect to see good artifact equipment and enchantments or something new with +1 counters. And there are tiny bits of that, but not enough.
Not only that, you want the art. Some people want the art that goes with the set instead of having to jump out of the universe into another set just to get the card.
There's a lot of good art in Spider-Man. I won't lie. I
Yeah.
was watching Paz Brown opening up a bundle, and man, those bundles look neat. Those Spider-Man bundles, like the Spider-Man imagery on them, look nice. You get some Spider-Man lands in there and whatnot. The box looks very displayable, which I'm happy about. Which is something we complained about before on the show.
Yep.
But the box itself, like the wrapping around the box, is kind of dark and not as displayable as the box inside, which is ironic.
I mean, I did like the Spider-Man cards. Don't get me wrong. I love the art. Very nice art. And it's just playability. My problem.
Right. Like the cards are playable outside of its own format.
Right.
Right. Outside of its own set, I should say. But like in its own universe, it's just not great.
Right. And so I want to play more than just a couple of Spider-Man here and there. I want to play more than that. I mean, I want an actual Spider-Man deck. But you can't get an actual Spider-Man deck because you had to get cards out of the Spider-Man universe in order to make the cards good. I mean, that's just my opinion.
They should have done commander decks with the set. I don't know
Oh,
why.
yeah.
Because they kind of reverted back on the backlash not having Spider-Man decks. That the next Marvel set we're supposed to be getting some Marvel decks, commander decks in there. But then they come out these sets they can't do nothing on Arena with.
Yeah.
That's just a nightmare and stuff. I think when the Marvel set drops, you can do a more themed set that will probably bulk up your Spider-Man collection. As far as your hero stuff, you could probably do a deck from there. But yeah, the confusion with Almond Paths and so on, that just because again, Spider-Man isn't necessarily for me. I got a few of them. I got that bundle, like you said, looks cool. Like the cards, love the artwork in there. I actually wait for it. I have it. Yeah, it's here. It's my Spider-Man wallet. So I clearly am a fan, but do I want it in my Magic? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we've covered all that stuff. I'd like for the Almond Paths then to be printed in paper.
Yep.
That's not something that would happen, I can't imagine, because they're going to figure they already have the Spider-Man stuff.
Yep.
But honestly, if there were an Almond Paths and in paper, I would definitely buy that because that would feel better to me to integrate those cards into my 30-some-odd commander decks.
Yeah. Okay. Here's my issue with the Almond Paths. I'm a digital arena Magic player, and when we have the spoiler season where they start spoiling cards here and there and every day until they get all the cards spoiled. When they did through the Omen Path cards, they spoiled all of those cards together on the very last day, and there was just a couple of days after that was the early access streamer event that I do for Wizards, and I couldn't study the cards enough to see what was what, and it made it kind of hard to theorycraft a deck to run on the early access streamer event.
Oh yeah.
And people that was interested in Spider-Man, when they seen their favorite streamer struggle, it tends to turn them off. And that's why and through the Omen Pass, I played like 20 games and lost all 20 games during this early streamer event. And after I lost that much, I said, the heck with it. I quit.
Would it have made a difference if they spoiled them simultaneously?
Yes.
That, I think, would have helped. That would have been, I would think, a smarter way to do it. If they could, I'm sure there were probably other restrictions and stuff that we don't know about.
Well,
but it would have made more sense, because then I would have been more invested in it, because I would have wanted to see, because I wasn't interested in Spider-Man, I didn't pay a lot of attention to it at all. Mm-hmm. So when I got to Omen Pass, like, well, I'm kind of like, meh. But if I had seen them together, I would have been able to correlate, which card is which and see uses for them that way. That would
right.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's what I thought they should have done is when they did the Spider-Man, spoil the Spider-Man card, spoil the Omen Path card with that, and have two different drops. One for Spider-Man, and then another one for Omen Path. They're easy to keep up. They're easy to separate.
Right.
Easily.
Well,
because the artwork is so different.
Well, the problem is the Omen Path looks so unfamiliar compared to Spider-Man. When they showed you just Spider-Man cards and you saw Omen Path cards, you didn't know what was what because it looked unfamiliar. Every card had the same mana cost as a card in Spider-Man and the same ability and power, toughness, and creature type.
Right.
They made it look so unfamiliar that it was hard to put two together.
Yeah, different keywords. Don't they call them different things based on which set it is and stuff? So yeah, that's that can be an issue.
But I did come up with a Spider-Man deck idea. I mean, you it would be do it just to be annoying, but Spider-Man webs people up. Like his hand and webs people up. Just imagine if Spider-Man's your commander and nothing but O-rings and card draw and counter spells for your deck.
Yes. There has to be. So that was another problem thing that people complained about was the amount of Spider-Man in there. Is there a blue Spider-Man? I'm sure there's some that have blue in it, but is there a straight blue Spider-Man?
I don't know. I think there might be. Let's see.
I don't know. They made so many variants Spider-Man.
All right. I'm checking right now.
That was another gripe people was having, but I didn't have a problem with the variants because they all did something different. And they're all from different, because I understood what they was trying to do when they did these Spider-Mans, try and hit each multiverse.
Yeah, there looks like there's no mono blue Spider-Man in the set. There are Spider-Man cards in blue in the set, like Spider-Man No More. Then you got School Days, and you got Secret Identity. Oh well, here's a blue spider creature, Spider Bite Web Warden. Not really Spider-Man, but another spider variant, Spider Bite Web Warden. 2 generic on blue, 2/2. When Spider Bite enters, return up to one target non-permanent to its own hand. It's basically Mana Warrior.
Okay.
On a spider.
Nice.
And it doesn't have, even though the creature is obviously in the air, it doesn't have flying or reach.
Yeah, so that would be a good theme that you should go with, putting stun counters or web counters on things and binding them down for a turn or two.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's just a lot they could have done with Spider-Man. Like they could have had like there's literally a treasure token in the set where Doc Ock's arms are robbing a bank. Like that's the picture.
Yeah.
Villainous Wealth could have been a reprint in this set.
Oh yeah.
You know. You got Goblin. You got Goblin, Hobgoblin in the set with his bombs. You could have reprinted Goblin Grenade with fancy art.
Yes, that would be awesome. I love Goblin Grenade.
Right. Then there's so much room for reprints and what they were doing. They just didn't do it. They just made a cheap set.
Well, like I said, when Spider-Man 2 comes out, when the UB Spider-Man comes out, or Marvel, I'm sure that they will fix these problems. I can't see. I want to say I can't see Wizards making the same mistake twice. They make the big mistakes over and over again, but I can't see them making small errors with a set a second time, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
No, who knows what they will do. Like we're getting like they're coming back with Marvel saying we're getting a Captain America, which we already got a Captain America card from the Secret Lair. You got Iron Man, you got Iron Man card for Secret Lair. Are they going to be reprints of those cards with different art, or are they just going to be completely different cards? That is the question I have.
Yeah, probably different cards, I would say.
That's a possibility because Wizards don't want you to have everything nice.
Nope.
Unless you're rich and you can have everything you want.
Then you can have everything you want.
Yeah, that's right. Because, Wizard of the Coast just looks at us and like, man, every person out there that's a fan of Magic must love spending all their hardcore income on our product, It's funny. It reminds me of this comic strip that I saw from that web comic that came out with I can't remember the name of the comic, but it was a famous comic about Magic the Gathering. And it showed this guy grocery shopping saying, I can't get this, it's too much. I have to get ramen noodles, I can't get this, it's cost too much, gotta get like the cheap version or whatever. Then the next panel shows him in a gaming store and he's all pimped out, dressed in like all his high gear, throwing money around.
Yep.
That's what Wizard of the Coast thinks of us.
That's it. That is it. Well, that's caused me to loosen up my my feelings towards proxying and stuff.
Right.
I still have an issue with people that feel, well, people proxy whatever you're going to proxy, but it also. So let's talk about the brackets because it's about intent. Because I think that people that are proxying dual lands just to get a leg up in a casual format, that feels a little bit disingenuous to the spirit of the game.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like I said, people are going to proxy whatever they proxy, and they should. I shouldn't be gatekeeping, but then when I sit down at the table, I don't. Like I said, I don't want to necessarily set across in a casual setting. I don't want to set across somebody that's proxied $10,000 for their deck just to win. You know what I mean? I'm there to play and have fun and experience. I've had some good and some less good. I don't want to say bad. I'll say less good experiences on Spell Table. Mm-hmm. And it really helped me define what I enjoy about the game.
Right. Capybara Necromancer, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Like, I'm not a fan of proxying everything. I do have proxies myself because I'm lenient on the idea of proxies. What happened there? No, HILLBILLY wants to be in his logo mode. Threw you up top. but it is intent. When it comes to deck, right? Because like I have a friend, we don't play Magic much together because his intent is more CDH minded. Like he's built up CDH decks. He likes to be the kill on sight player. He likes his situation is where he doesn't have to pay money on rent. He doesn't have to pay money on everything. You know, he has a car payment. He works a good job, and he doesn't have bills other than his car payment. I mean, so he got flexible money. So when he goes build a deck, he'll order the cards that he doesn't have offline with no chill or regret.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where I can't afford to do that. You know, like I could proxy cards, but I honestly, one of the main reasons why I don't proxy cards because it costs a lot of money to print off the printer because ink's pretty damn expensive, and that black and color ink goes by crazy when you print a full color image.
For sure, yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's expensive to It's ironic I say it's expensive to proxy, and people are like, "We'll just buy proxies from a person online." They want like $20. That's still expensive to me, especially for not real cards.
I've seen people videos on YouTube on how to make proxy cards.
I was gonna say, arguably, all you really need is a pen and some paper, and you could proxy it that way if you wanted to. Right. But I do have I still have the old school feeling of like you should own the card. But like I said, it comes down to intent, and I would never turn away initially somebody that played proxies. You know, I would definitely sit down and play with them. And then I would get a feel for whether I was a match with them the next time. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I enjoyed the game with them. Or and it can't be anything. So I don't know. It's weird to think that what does CEDH mean to you and stuff? Because I'm not opposed to playing a game that only lasts 4 turns or less.
Well, CDH is wanting to win as fast as possible.
Even 1 or 2. But I think that it can also come down to whether the person is open for interaction or even banter at the table.
Right.
Winning isn't a bad thing in and of itself, and that's the paradox of playing Commander.
Right.
You know, you try to win, but don't do it too fast.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that seems to be some people's fault in regular games. That you're like setting up the win really quick. You like people notice it and they go after you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
Have you seen the new brackets, Tibalt?
I have, and I'm more confused than ever.
Uh-huh. All right, really quick, I want to play this video.
My fellow Decepticons, hit that like button for my sake.
You just get made Monarch? What happened?
I don't know. I made that a long time ago for a friend, and he just doesn't use it, so I use it.
Nice.
But anyways, the bracket system is a little bit confusing when you look at the bracket system. Hold on, let me turn off the comments so you can read everything.
Yeah.
There you go. So like Expedition, it's like, what are we talking about here in Expedition? Exhibition.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, decks prioritize the goal, the theme, or idea over power. So there's no worry about power. Rules, ground cards, commander legality, be flexible. So Expedition, they're like, well, you can rule 0 a lot easier. So that doesn't really put in a bracket deck if you rule 0 cards that you want.
Yeah, if you're playing silver border cards or you're playing something that isn't legendary, you're playing a creature that's not legendary or something like that, I guess that's where that is.
Right. What if you have a Black and Lotus and add like a crap ton of mana in turn 1, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Win condition is to be highly thematic or substandard. Gameplay is to be an opportunity to show off their creations. I mean, that's just more of like here's a thought process than it is here's a guided rule.
Yeah.
Then it said restricted by theme, no game changers, no mass land denial, no extra turns, no 2-card combos, which carries into core. Right? Exceptions can be made for highly thematic cards. This has an Expedition. But core says decks to be mechanically focused, right? which is confusing because upgrade is about having synergy. What's synergy? All synergy sometimes is mechanically focused. So what's the difference between 2 and 3 there? Some cards was chosen to maximize creativity. Well, what's the idea of creativity? Because I think you need to be creative for any of these brackets.
Yep.
And or entertainment, right? Core has win conditions to be incremental, telegraphed on the board, and disruptible, which is crazy.
Okay.
And gameplay to be low pressure, proactive, considerate, letting each deck showcase its plan, I guess. Yeah. That sounds more like playstyle than it does like a deck level. Then again, it has no game changers, mass line now, changing extra turns or 2-card combos. Well, yeah, TCGdudes, it's good they refined it a little. The hybrid mana change was less filled. They haven't changed it yet, but they're talking about it.
Yep.
Upgraded. Decks to be powered up with strong synergy and high card quality. This is Wizard of the Coast. Some of the cards are not good quality. What defines quality? Are you talking about play quality or are you talking about what's card stock quality there? Mm-hmm. Okay, that was just a joke. They can effectively disrupt opponents, all right? Win conditions that can be played from hand in one turn. Well, look, that is a stupid wording here. Win conditions that can be played from one hand in one turn. That's any win condition deck, right? It's like any win condition deck. Like if I play a big old creature that just needs to be played in one turn with haste, that's already on the battlefield. Oh man, I don't get it. Usually because steadily accrue resources, right? Gameplay is to feature many proactive and reactive plays, right? So they're saying core doesn't do reactive plays, but what about mechanically focused? What's like mechanically focused and powered up with strong synergy? That's a little confusing there because mechanically focused builds synergy, and synergy doesn't like I think the optimized wording should be deck synergy here because there's synergy in cards with mechanics. You know, cards work well because they share a mechanic and a theme. Deck synergy is caring about your draw, removal, and board wipes, and efficiency. Draw removal being strong on that list. You know, win conditions that can be played in one hand. That's from one. Okay, I know I'm just kind of become comedic here, but how many hands does it take to play a win condition? Is your chipping in on this?
Well, so I do think there is a difference there. When I don't know, I've got to think about that because I know what the intent is there that they're trying to say, I believe, but I understand what you're saying also that like whatever you play from your hand is going to give you the win. It's going to be based on the cards that are already on the table. I think what they're trying to say when they say win conditions that can be played from hand, they mean the interactiveness of that win condition.
Right.
If you play one card from hand, it hits the board, enters the battlefield, and you have a chance to disrupt or do something, that's one thing. But if you play a win condition, I'm just going to say like Approach of the Second Sun. As soon as you cast that, if you don't counter, that's maybe not a good example because that could be countered.
I just think it needs to be defined more because I have a Jurassic Park deck that's 5 colors, and sometimes I'm win conditions in the graveyard, and I cast it from the graveyard.
I have a question for you after you get done talking about this, Tortoise.
Oh, what's the question?
Yeah, go ahead. What's the question?
All right. Bracket 1 Expedition is all about themes, right?
Right.
Your Jurassic Park is all about one type of creature. Does that make it a Expedition 1?
Well, it could because the Nine deck is all Jurassic Park theme, but it has Dex energy too. So is it Expedition upgraded?
Exactly.
But does it have game changers in it?
Yeah.
Is there land destruction? Okay, so it automatically can't be one then.
Right, but
okay.
it's very themed, right?
Yeah. I think those things carry over. I think everything carries over from the group before it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything carries over. It's just whittling down the things that push it forward a bracket.
All right.
Having game changes in it are going to move it automatically to 3.
So here's an idea of how they should have wrote this list, right? And listen to this. They should have started with exhibition. They explained exactly everything they mean about expedition or exhibition, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then core should say it's like expedition, but the difference is, and added the differences. Then with the upgraded, they should be like, this is like core, but the difference is,
I gotcha.
I
think there was, I watched the Command Zone there, and Josh Lee Kwai talked about this a little bit. And the fact is that they don't want to, and this is the paradox of the whole thing, they don't want to define these things so rigidly because Magic is so vast and there's so much room for interpretation. And even people sitting at the table together in the same pod aren't going to see cards the same way or performing the same way as being the exact same thing. So they want that gray area for you to be creative and enjoy things, but they don't want to give you a cookie cutter, or they don't want to lead to a cookie cutter experience of every deck plays exactly the same way. And this is a type 1, 2, or 3 deck or whatever, and it's going to have this. They want it to be something that can be explored. They want to leave a gray area for you to explore. So I think people generally, they're kind of at odds with each other because people want a clearly defined set of rules that everybody can agree on, and I just don't think we're ever going to get there.
Right. Hold on. I'm trying to look up. Here we go.
I mean, they need to be. I think they just need to be more clear on this.
Right.
It seems like they're not as clear as they could be.
Well, here's another question that I have, which is it says no 2-card combos before turn 6, especially in upgraded, or that's what it says in upgraded. And it says no turn combos or game enders or lockouts or so on. So defining a combo, because that's your synergy and your interaction. What about cards that I play that work together that aren't infinite? They combo, but they only combo for maybe 2 or 3 effects.
That's where you get people who are like, that's just high synergy.
Yeah. So, I mean, where do you draw that line?
Right? Because, like, what is it? In my Pat Laza deck, the bracket 3 deck, it has a 2-card combo that just stops the game. It doesn't win the game. And the 3-card combo in there that wins the game, which HILLBILLY got very familiar with the last time we played.
Yeah. And so did anybody watching.
Right. Right. But like it just like 2-card combo that stops the game, and it still lists as a bracket 3. Is it bracket 4, or is that just high synergy?
Well, so that's where I think the word intent comes in, and that's where you have to take a little bit of onus on yourself as far as what you're intending to do and what you want to do. I think that unironically, like I said the other day when I was on, or when I commented with you guys, was like every one of my deck is going to be a 3. And I'm not saying that just like everybody said, my deck is a 7, but like literally all of my decks are going to be a little bit janky. They're not, basically because I'm playing on a budget for the most part too. They're going to be janky. They're not going to be optimized. They are going to be upgraded. I am trying to win, but I'm not trying to do it before turn 5 or 6 or whatever. So I feel like I'm always going to land in that bracket.
Right. So I'm showing this bracket system here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually prefer this bracket system over the new one.
I gotcha.
But, they could have definitely added a little to it. And this is the first bracket system one. There's another one out there that I'd have to find. because they got game changers and stuff like that. Yeah, but like simplified, the reason why I like this because it kind of does what I was explaining. It says here's expedition, then it goes chords like that, but here's the difference. Then it goes basically says upgraded like that core, but here's the difference. Late game 2-card infinite combos are okay and upgraded, right?
Right.
Optimized. It's like that, but no restrictions. So on and so forth. And like I said, this is the very first one. This was more like I feel like this is more thought out than this jumbled mess, which looks like a pamphlet. But at the same time, the reason why I don't think this works as great, commander brackets. It's a good commander brackets is I think upgraded 3 and optimized 4 can get mixed up so easily in power level.
Yeah. Yep.
That feels kind of like where it was stuck before too. Was like, what's the difference between a casual experience and an optimized experience?
Yep. One thing they did do to this bracket system is they took the tutors off.
Yeah. Like, and look, last night when I was doing my deck tech, for those astute people who watched the whole video, you'll notice in the deck, I talk about certain cards, and I'll be like, in this deck, this is a game changer. Because because I know different deck, they can't put all the cards they want to as a game changer, but high synergy decks that have a theme that work with a certain mechanic. Like I have Congregation of Dawn, which is a card James Willis sent me a long time ago, where you get it's basically like Worldly Tutor for 2 green and a white, but you get to search for 3 creatures and put them on top. In my deck, that's particularly like a game changer because of Pantaleza. Because I get to put the creatures back in any order. Like if I have Pantaleza out, I draw the first card I put on top, cast it, and I get to discover for X, and I synchronize the next creature to come out for free. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Or if I get to tutor for my combo piece that I need, that's a game changer.
Yep.
It's weird because I'm working on a theory here in the lab. I've started trying to analyze my decks as a series of network nodes where one card leads into another. And my goal is to shorten the distance between the start of the game and my win condition. So I'm trying to do that. So I'm winding up with hub cards. I'm calling them hub cards because they're an important card that spikes out or that stretches out in different ways. So instead of game changer cards, they're like hub cards that enable other synergies. Does that make sense?
Right.
I don't know. I'm working on it's a theory. I should have a blackboard up here where I'm trying to write it down. But that's how I'm looking at my decks and how I'm moving forward with it. So I'm winding up with lots of cards that would not be technically game changers, but like you said, act as though they are game changers.
Right. Exactly. Because like we've discussed before, it's all about intent. And exactly. I think that's why like certain cards in the deck were game changer. Like, for example, even without the combo, impact trimmers might not do a lot, but it pretty much sets up for if I do get the combo, it's instant win.
Yep.
So to me, that's a game changer in the deck as well, because it's just one piece of this combo. And what's funny is I have a creature card in my deck that if I have it out, I can't play my combo or I lose the game.
Which one is that so I can make you play it?
It's a dinosaur that says whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, anybody's control, they lose 1 life.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Can't remember the name of the raptor exactly, but it's crazy. But maybe one day, if we plan it out for the morning show, we can have fun and create our own commander brackets and see see, I try to define them as much as possible. Maybe there's clearer wording we could have.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thinking of all the talking we've been doing, Lone Wolf,
Yep.
how's it going down there? You've been quiet this whole time.
I gotta let you all speak some point.
That's funny.
He's just sitting there thinking about land denial, resource denial.
Right. Resource denial.
I got a card that destroys all artifacts, lands, and creatures that I want to play at some point, but I don't know if I'm going to have the courage to.
Do it. Do it.
Jackal Hops.
Yep.
Yakalop's nice. Yes.
Yeah, that card's so good. So good. All right. But anyways, my friends, I'm putting a link in chat. It's a GoFundMe link for Lone Wolf. He's looking for help finding a new place that's cheaper and more effective. They need money to get help with moving expenses and stuff. So check it out. If you can help, it will help out. It's a lot compared to.
And if you can't help out, share the link.
What?
I said if you can't help out personally,
yeah,
you can help out by sharing the link to maybe somebody else that can. So
right. Explain to them that you're helping someone's living situation, because right now Lone Wolf is going to be in a dire situation if the government shutdown keeps on going past the 27th.
Dire Wolf, was that a joke?
Yeah. Because I said the situation will be dire.
Dire, sorry, that's a bad joke. Sorry.
You're good. But anyways, my friends, though you'll probably hear a little bit more about this. It is time of the day where we do this.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
It's crazy, everybody. We are at the shill section, the thrill section, the section where we all are here to let you know where you can find us on doing stuff. Right? We do stuff on our own channel. Except Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf, he's just a lone wolf. He, if anything, he posts pictures of kittens and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what he does. He doesn't really do content, but he likes to chill out sometimes. But anyways, we're going to start with Lone Wolf here, and he can explain the situation a little more better than I can. Remember, that link is in the chat.
All right. Thanks for having me on. And yeah, this GoFundMe link is for me and my brother to get into a better living situation. We're currently at a place where they're raising the rent ridiculously twice a year. And we're trying to get somewhere cheaper to where it'll help us, which we have that set in stone. We're just trying to save up everything that we can get. And if you could help out or share the word with the GoFundMe, it'd be appreciated. And as Tortoise said, with this whole, if the government deal decides to continue on, might need a little bit extra help just for a little bit of food maybe, but this is mainly for moving expenses. Mm-hmm. And then don't forget to help support everybody here, Tibalts, HILLBILLY, and Super Fast Tortoise. Just help support everybody up and just keep supporting them.
All right. Sounds good. Now with that, we're going to roll over to Michael Matt Saxon.
Hey, how's it going? I am pushing to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So if you aren't subscribed, I would greatly appreciate that. If you are interested in any of my other content, I'm going to suggest you go to darkritual.site. That's where you can find everything that I do. All of my projects are all tied together at that one location. So you may find something that appeals to you. Maybe YouTube isn't necessarily your thing, though it's kind of ridiculous because you're probably watching this on YouTube. But anyhow, Instagram is maybe something you'd like to explore, or maybe you want to go to my TCGplayer store, or maybe you'd like to read my blog and see my personal thoughts about whatever. Anyhow, all that is on darkritual.site. Check it out. And if you throw me a subscription, I would greatly appreciate it.
Whoop, whoop. Throw the dog a bone. Yes. Right. Whoop, whoop. And with that, we got HILLBILLY.
Hey, everybody. Will not be a stream today on my channel. Because I'm dealing with a sick dog right now, and she's not eating. She's drinking a little bit. Got her out. She walked around in the yard a little bit, but she's still sick, and hopefully she'll get better. But anyway, that's what I'm dealing with today, and so therefore there will not be a stream today. When she gets better, hopefully she'll be better by tomorrow. If she is, then I'll start back into stream.
All right. Well, let's hope the healing process goes well, and hope dog gets better for sure. You know, pets are like family, so.
Yep.
That's right. Damn, we got Super Fast Tortoise here. Super Fast Tortoise. Now, last night we canceled the game because I knew about that stuff before you did, and I wanted to respect HILLBILLY for the night and like help him out. You know, help him not feel left out because he's going through a situation. But tonight it's a different story because tonight we're actually going to try to get a Commander game going on. I don't know if HILLBILLY will be there, but we're gonna try to play Patlaza again. I got some fancy new art and stuff for it. You can tell it's AI because that T-Rex is one claw right there. But anyways, so that'll be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Check us out. Let's have fun. Anyways, with that, my friends, I want to thank you for being here. So thank you everybody for joining the show. Michael, HILLBILLY, and Lone Wolf. Hold on a second. Everybody, thank you for being here in chat. Thank you for stopping by. All 7 of you who stopped by today. You guys rock. You guys rule. Thank you for hanging out. Remind you that you love someone's thinking about you. And if you can, say and or do something positive for someone else today, because you might be the change they need. With that, I want to thank you, channel members, for helping the channel the way you do. And thank you, subscribers, for growing the channel the way you do. Without you, this channel wouldn't be possible. So, hey, with that, my friends, let's get to that sweet, sweet outro stuff. Woo, woo.
I want to thank you, channel members of the channel, for supporting this creep the way you do. You are awesome. And you subscribers, everybody that subscribes, you're doing amazing too. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning.